Good afternoon. So we're going to be starting in a couple minutes. Anybody there? Hi, Andrea. Okay. Hi, Richard. All right. So just gonna do a little bit of a sound check, okay? So if you can let me know if you can hear me, that'd be great, and see me. So, can you still hear me? And let me know if you can see me if I'm on the ground like this. So if you can't see, just please comment. Because I won't be able to make adjustments once I start the class. It'll be in about 2 minutes. Hi, Greg and Melanie. Thanks for joining. Hey, thanks for joining. Hi, Maria. Good to see you. Are you staying down here after all? Or?
I'm gonna go shortly. I'm just trying to send an email.
Yeah,
I'll
no worries.
try to stay out of the yoga.
Yeah. Hi, Valerie. So just I'll make the announcement now, just in case people have to take off early or whatever. Next Friday there will be no noontime class, but there is a Maha sadhana at 3 o'clock, because next week is Good Friday holiday. So I'll be doing a special class, and it's going to be a very full, all-encompassing class with spiritual teachings and different aspects of the practice. So it's a very great experience, and since I usually do this live, of course, but since we can't do that, then I'll put this online. So hopefully you can join me for that, and you'll get a really good sense of the full range of the practice. So that's again next Friday at 3 o'clock instead of the 12 o'clock noon class. Okay, so I'll post in any case. All right, so let's begin, and other people can join us as they come. Just start seated, tall and supreme and still. Close the eyes, bring the attention inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything we need is already within. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to bring divine attention to the self. Imagine you are everywhere. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your mind in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses, and be nourished through our bodies. Those words that surrounded the Oms are taken directly from the Bhagavad Gita. And when you think of God as divine force or a certain deity, just stick with that, what resonates with you, and practice in accordance with your own practice in accordance with your condition, and devote all your practice and all your actions and thoughts and words and deeds to that divine essence that resides within each and every one of us. So let's come to standing. So we'll begin by establishing a deeper connection with the divine within. Stand with your feet about hip width apart. Bring the arms up, the elbows a little bit higher than the shoulders, and the palms facing slightly upwards. As I count to 8, you're imagining you're drawing the best of the universe down from the fingertips right through the arms and into the spiritual heart, located in the center of the chest, in the right side of the heart. We hold the breath and the attention at the heart center for a count to 6. On the exhale, to the count of 8, imagine the breath leaving back out through the arms, but everything that we drew in stays within. Inhale down into the heart, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding the breath and the attention at the heart, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out through the arms, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale down into the heart, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding the attention again at the heart center. Exhale out through the arms, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale down into the heart, the best of the universe. Holding it there at the heart. Exhale up through the fingertips, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release the arms down. So let's just start with our hands on our knees. And what we're doing is called Kapalabhati. So imagine you're trying to throw the belly button against the spine. So it looks like this. You just really exhale forcibly and just try to really bring the diaphragm, work the diaphragm. Don't worry about the inhale, happens automatically. Just work on trying to get a nice, sharp, strong exhale. And it's done through the nose. So it's hands on the knees. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, expel all the air out from the lungs. Inhale partway and begin. Exhale completely. Feel the navel coming in towards the front of the spine and hold the breath out. Exhale, relax the belly. Start to roll your way back up. And we'll do another round of this. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sink down, hands on the knees. Feel the navel coming in towards the belly button. Inhale again, part way. And begin. completely. Hold the breath out as the navel presses against the front of the spine. And relax. And roll your way up. And we'll begin now the practice with some exercises just to prepare the body for the practice. Move again in accordance with condition of your body. So let's just start off with head rolls. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. And try to keep the movements nice and fluid. Move in a way that allows the breath to stay steady and even. And then switch the direction of rotation. Try to bring the ears all the way to the shoulders, but keep the shoulders down. Good. And now just swing the arms. Exhale each time your arms swing. Again through the nose. Sharp breaths. And release. Cross the arms across the chest. Throw the arms back. Alternate the cross each time. These are just warm-ups to get the blood moving in the body. Two more on each side. Good. Now we're going to take the arms up on the inhale. Roll the body down on the exhale. Exhale through the mouth. Two more. Last one, just stay dangling down. Just allow the body to stop bouncing around. And then bring the hands down onto the ground. From the feet, come onto your fingertips if you need to. And then just lower the seat down, coming into a squat. Now from here, on the inhale, we're going to raise the seat, straighten the legs. Exhale, drop the seat back down. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Two more, inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale, exhale. Walk your hands a little bit further forward and then lift the seat again. And then rock back onto your heels. Come onto your fingertips again. And then just try to bend. You can bend your knees if you need to. Keep your chest on your thighs or your belly on your thighs. And use your belly to push into the thighs. Bring the seat further back. Lift the toes up off the mat until you feel the stretch in the backs of the legs. Take a deep breath in. Pull the seat back. Extend the arms fully. Exhale. Again, press weight into the legs with your body. And then lower the toes back down. Head is heavy. Roll your way up. Good. We're going to bring the arms over the head now. Interlace the fingers and press the heels, your palms up. Inhale, lift up off the heels. Exhale, lower the heels back down. Inhale again, press up. Make yourself nice and tall. Lower down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up. Press into the toe pads. Lower down. This time, inhale, come up. Hold it there. Engage the muscles of the legs. Pull the navel in. Hollow out the navel. Press up a little bit higher through the hands. And lower the heels. Bring the arms down now. From here, we're just going to swing from side to side. Just allow the arms to just hit the body any which way. Just get loose. And if you feel comfortable, you start to speed it up until you're just shaking the arms and hitting the body any which way. Start to slow it down again. Arms again hitting the body, feeling heavy through the arms. And release. Good. We're going to make our way to the front of the mat now for Surya Namaskar. I'm going to move the mat back a little bit. Bring the hands to the heart center. Remember that better than practice, even better than meditation, is to renounce all the fruits of your actions. Do the practice because it must be done as a divine duty to all beings. Let's try to move together as one to stay in the collective mind together. Reach the arms up over the head. Fold down over the legs. Bend your knees if you need to bring your hands flat on the ground. Step the right foot back into a lunge. Lower the knee down, drop the feet, and then allow the head to come up. Come into high plank. We're doing it nice and slow for the first few times. Knees, chest, and chin down. Elbows close to the body. And then glide forward between the arms, coming up into cobra. Roll the shoulders back, press the chest forward. And then back into downward facing dog. Lift the seat up and back, head down towards the ground. Look to the hands, bring the right foot forward to the hands. If it doesn't quite make it, lower the left knee, and then just use the right hand to slide the foot forward. Bring the feet back together again. Bend your knees if you need to press your body against the legs. Come all the way up to standing. Reach up high. Hands back to the heart. On the left side, reach the arms up. Stretch the whole front of the body. Come down. Gracefully. Body on the legs. Head down. Left foot back. Lower the knee. Lower the seat. Come into high plank. Down we go, knees, chest, and chin. Pull the floor towards you as you propel the chest forward, coming up into cobra. Roll over the toes, back into downward facing dog. Left foot now steps forward to the hands. Modify as you need to. Bring the feet together, Uttanasana, forward fold. Come all the way up to standing. Hands back to the heart. Raise the arms up, stretch up high, and then come down. Right foot back. Imagine you're the witness watching the body moving. Watch the body move with grace. Knees, chest, and chin down. And then chances are the body will move exactly as you see it in your mind. Roll over the toes now, downward facing dog. Right foot steps between the hands. Left foot joins, bow to the legs. Come all the way up. Hands back to the heart. And then come up. Ride the breath. Don't worry too much about the breath. Just breathe in a way that seems to be intuitive, that allows the body to move fluidly. Left foot back. Into the plank. Down we go. And glide forward. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Left foot steps to the hands. Right foot joins. Bowing again. Coming all the way up. Standing salute. Hands back to the heart. Again. Arms up. Fold down. Move in a way that reflects surrender. Right foot back. Make every pose look and feel like an offering by doing the best that you can. Glide forward. Take it back into downward facing dog. The mind stays calm and quiet throughout the whole practice. Right foot steps, and then the left foot joins. Come up. Back home. Left side. Keep moving like you're doing a dance, gracefully. Seamlessly linking the transitions, the poses together. And down we go. Come forward. Keep watching the body moving. Keep watching the mental activity and the emotions as well. Left foot forward. You're just a witness to all of it. Feet together, Uttanasana. Come up. Pranamasana. One last cycle. Go down. Left foot back. Oh, sorry, right foot, I should say. Into the plank. Down we go. Glide forward on your belly. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Lose yourself in the sensations. Right footsteps. Then left. Up. Back home. Last time. Go down. Left foot leads. Keep on going. Down. Move in a way that keeps the mind in that calm temperament. Lift the seat up and back. Left foot steps. Right foot forward fold. Bow to the legs. All the way up. And return home. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe out. Let go of all expectations and all attachments to the results. Release the arms now. We're going to hinge forward at the hips. Bend the knees. You can bring your chest onto your thighs. You can either take your opposite elbows in front of the knees. If you're more flexible, reach around and hold the elbows from behind the knees. Keep your body with your legs and then use your body to push the legs further back. Those of you who are more flexible might be able to get the legs completely straight. And then you can glide the arms down the backs of the legs towards the ankles. Keep your knees bent. Again, if you need to, imagine the chest moving beyond the knees. Visualize the top of the head coming right down to rest on the feet. And don't worry if it doesn't happen, just do your best. Bring the hands down onto the ground, step back into plank position. Lower down onto the belly. Flatten out the toes, inhale, come up halfway. And then glide the arms forward so that the forearms are on the ground, parallel to one another, elbows underneath the shoulders. Tug at the floor, so you're trying to pull the floor towards you, but then bring the chest as far forward as possible. Now root down to the forearms and the hips and the legs. Feel very heavy, as though you were made of stone and encased in a base of stone. Be very still here, like a statue. You can either stay there or press into the hands, lift the elbows up off the mat, start to curve the spine so it looks like a C shape. Bring the head back. Make sure you drop the shoulders so you don't lose your neck. And as you feel comfortable, you can start to slide your hands back towards the body, come up higher. Bring the inner legs together, keep the hips on the ground. If you're more flexible, walk your hands closer, right beside the hips if you can, and come up higher. And then roll over the toes back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, exhale, soften through the heart. Just bounce a little bit here. Just try to get your chest closer to the ground. Keep the arms long, shoulders away from the ears. One more breath, pull the seat back. Exhale, soften through the heart. Allow the line of the back to soften like a hammock. Raise the left leg up and back. And then bring the foot forward between the hands. Again, make the modification as you need to. If it doesn't make it there, just bring the foot forward with your left hand. Lower the back knee down, flatten out the toes. Inhale, come upright. Exhale, drop the seat all the way forward so you're sitting as low as possible. The seat should be close to the front heel. Take your hands to the front knee, push against the thigh. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, lean away from the leg, allow the head to go back. Now As you're doing this, make sure you're not feeling any compression in the lower back. Curl the tail under and lift the heart up away from the seat. Lead the heart to come back up. Raise the arms over the head. If you can, join the hands together, otherwise keep them apart. Rock the shoulders up and down, back and forth. Try to get the arms nice and straight just beside the ears. Maybe pull the arms back behind the ears if you can. Crescent moon. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, gaze up. Picture a crescent moon in your mind and try to make the body look like the shape of a crescent moon. More flexible, try to go back a little bit more. Move according to your condition. Inhale, come back upright, press into the front knee. Left foot moves in a little bit, turn to the right, arms out to the side, Sukha Virabhadrasana. Full extension of the arms here. And then we're going to tip down, the left hand comes down, the right arm comes up. Now try to get it so that your chest is flat and your shoulders are one on top of the other. Take the arm further back. If you know how to go into a bind, go ahead. I'll show you. If you like, bring the shoulder in, get the body down low so you bring the left arm underneath the leg and most of the arms behind the leg. And then take the right arm over the back, join the hands just beside the seat, just against the left thigh. Roll the right shoulder back. Alternative pose. You can just slip your hand in between the body and the leg, press your left hand into your left thigh, and just stay a little bit higher. From here, coming back up into the Easy Warrior 2. Stay strong through the pose. Then turn to face forward. Right arm comes up, hips and shoulders are square. A couple of options here. Just press the left hand into the seat, pull down, right hand to the outside of the knee. Inhale, push the lower back in, rise up tall. Exhale, we're going to turn, look over your left shoulder. The shoulders are flush with the long edge of the mat. Other variations, angle the toe and knee towards the right. Anchor in place with your right elbow, hands together. Push the left hand down into the right, at the same time raise the body up higher. Center the chest, eventually moving to come right against the thumbs, and then pull the left shoulder back bit by bit until the chest faces up. If you're more advanced and have other variations, go ahead into them. Make sure your body's higher than the thigh to give you more room to spin. One more breath. Extend the head forward, the left side of the seat back, and then roll a little bit deeper into the pose, chest facing up. Release, coming back into Easy Warrior 2. Arms out. Then we're going to circle the hands down to the ground, hips and shoulders forward, bend the toes under on the back foot and glide back and forth. Each pass brings the body a little bit lower. If you're more flexible and your shoulders below the knees, left knee, bring the right forearm down. Maybe the left forearm as well. Good. Feel heavy through the seat. And then just lower the right knee down, flatten out the toes. Continue to tug at the floor. Exhale, try to bring the whole body down. Those of you who are very flexible can bring the chest flat on the ground. Take the left arm to the outside of the foot. Now feel as though there's a big weight resting on your seat and it's flattening out. Bring heaviness in the lower body that spreads eventually up through the top part of the body. Now come back onto the hands. From here, we're making our way back into table position and bring the seat all the way back onto the heels. Take one breath here, breathe in, breathe out. And then glide your way into cobra pose. Like a snake moving through the grass, visualize it moving. And then just try to imitate the movement as you come up into your cobra. Chest up, head back. Lose yourself in the pose. So the more you attune to the qualities of whatever you're representing, the more you find the steadiness in the pose. Bend the toes under, make your way back into downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Moving into side plank. You keep your hips just as they are, like you're doing a sideways downward dog. Left hand moves close to the right. You spin your feet towards the long edge of the mat. And then you make your way up. Release the right arm up. Keep your hips high. Any variations you know here, you can. If you want, you can raise the right leg up if you're feeling steady. Or, alternatively, lower the left shin down if it's a little bit much. Press the chest and the hips forward. Make sure you're not dropping into the shoulder. Keep the arm extended. Now from here, return to downward facing dog. If you're doing a modified version, you can just come into table and then go on to the other side. Right hand moves towards the left and come up. Again, if you're stronger, just bring your hips away from the ground. Maybe float the left leg up. And then back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale. Sigh out all fatigue. Head comes towards the ground. If you're very flexible, you can just bring your head right down. Raise the right leg up. And then bring the foot forward. Tuck the knee in towards the chest first. Move the whole body forward, shoulders over the fingertips, and then bring the right foot down between the hands. Or modify. Flatten out the toes. Pull the seat all the way forward. And from here, bring your hands to the front knee. Inhale. Just pull the body further by the hips. Exhale. Lean back away from the leg. Just keep pulling the body out of the hips so that the torso stays long. Imagine you're opening yourself up to divine grace. Then bring the body back upright. Raise your arms up. Kali Mudra if you like, or keep your hands apart if that's easier for the shoulders. And again, just move your shoulders up and down, back and forth. Keep the arms close to the ears. Pull the arms up a little bit higher. Bring the arms back and then drop the shoulders down. Kapyasana crescent moon. Push the chest up. Go back. Make sure your arms aren't bent. Try to keep your arms straight. Just like the shape of a crescent moon. No kinks or discontinuities in a line. Inhale, come back upright. Press into the front knee. And raise the body up. Vertical. Right foot, right heel in line with the back of the right knee. Open up to the side, Sukha Virabhadrasana. This is called the easy version of the pose. It doesn't mean you slack off. You stay strong in the pose like a determined, powerful warrior. Sukha Trikonasana, easy triangle, the right hand down, in front of the foot, left arm up. Stay there if you like, or move into the bind, or half bind. Bring the body in a little bit, so you can get the body down low, so you can bring your arm, so the arm is mostly behind the leg, and then it might be easier to take the bind. Left shoulder back, or take a little bit of an in-between, hand to the thigh. Left shoulder moves back. Coming back up into the easy warrior 2. Turn to face forward, left arm straight up, and then go into the twist. Push into the outside of the right knee, inhale. Lower the tailbone with the right hand. Exhale, turn to look over the right shoulder. Doing that version or going deeper with the elbow on the outside of the knee. I'll do it this way so you can see. Right hand presses into the left, raise the body up higher than the thigh, and then roll back. Imagine you're trying to lie on your back. Same type of action. And release, coming back to the easy warrior 2. Circle the hands down to the ground. Hips and shoulders forward, bend the toes under. Prepare by moving back and forth, trying to get the hips to come down low. Imagine you have weights in your hip pockets and they're dragging your body down. Eventually come to rest. Your knee and the toes on the ground, and if you can get your left elbow and then the right elbow down onto the ground, go ahead. And then perhaps the chest is the next step for those who are more flexible. Curl the right side of the seat under. Imagine the right side of the sit bone coming right down to the ground. Telescope the chest forward. Remember, stay higher on your hands if you need to. One more breath. Extend the toes back. Reach forward to the top of the head. Then come back onto the hands. Move your knees back together. Child's pose. Forehead to the ground. Seat on the heels. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Soften. Once again, glide forward. Creep along the mat. And come up into your cobra. If you want, you can come into upward facing dog. Lift the hips and the knees up off the ground. Pull with your hands so you bring your hips a little bit further forward between the hands. And then just continue to lengthen the front of the body through the toes all the way up to the chin. Open frontal body without compressing the lower back. Back over the toes. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Round 2, Vasisthasana, side plank. Left hand moves towards the right. Spin your feet towards the long edge of the mat. Come up. If you want to go into wild thing, just lift the right toes back. Push into the roots of your toes. And just allow your hips and chest to rotate to face up. Again, you can come down onto your knee if it's your wrist that's bothering you. You come down onto the forearm. Modify according to your condition. Just picture the pose in your mind. Allow the breath to take you to the extent that you can. Gracefully return to downward facing dog or table, depending on your variation, your modification or variation. Go to the other side. Just keep imagining you're the witness, watching the body moving into the poses. And then take it back, smear the right hand into the mat, spin on your feet, and then return to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift up the heels, lower the elbows down onto the ground. A few options here. You can keep your arms on the ground, the forearms. Walk your feet closer to the elbows if you have the flexibility and raise the left leg up. Bend the toes back, the heels close to the seat. And then just press up and down. So as you come up off your heel, you bend your knee a little bit, you push it into the belly so that your hips come a little bit further forward over the elbows. Those of you who have a more advanced practice can push into your toes and see if you can find a balance. Balance on your arms. If this is too much, keep both feet on the ground, and then you can do dolphins. You just come forward into flat position, plank, and then push back. Okay, so lots of different options. If you're doing dolphins, do a few more, 3 more. Try to get the body nice and flat. Chin roughly over the fingertips. And after 3, lower down onto the knees, child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Remove all fatigue. Coming back onto the forearms again, into your forearm table. Do another set of dolphins, or if you did the first variation, lift the other leg up. Bend the heel, bend the knee, bring the heel towards the seat. And again, lift up off your toes, lift up off your heel, and then bring it back down. See if you can get the foot closer to the elbow so you don't even have to jump. Eventually, your shoulders and your hips come in the same line. You press into the arms, and you might be able to eventually find a balance. Come back. Lower the seat on the heels. Breathe in. Breathe out. Remember, respect your limitations. You don't go to the place of pain. This is not what you want to offer up to anybody. Just do your best. Come to your comfortable edge. Then make your way back into downward facing dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees. You can either spring forward to the hands if you're comfortable to do that. If not, just walk your feet forward between your hands. Lower the knee seat about the line of the knees. Bring the thighs so they're parallel to the ground. Reach forward with the arms. Look down. You should see the whole fronts of the feet. Keep your lower body charged, your legs squeezing against one another. Raise your arms up. Utkatasana, fierce pose. Actively stretch up through the arms. Exhale, drop the shoulders down. Curl the tail under. Settle the mind into stillness. Whatever the body is experiencing, be unfazed by it. Remain calm. See if you can sink your seat a little bit lower still. Come all the way up. Bring the hands back to the heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly allow the fatigue and the struggle to drain out of the body. Relax. Now we bring the arms down. We'll do a few standing postures now, standing balances. I'm going to move to the back end of the mat. It's called balancing T pose. So you look like the letter T in the final expression of the pose. Just bring your left hand to rest in the right palm. Step the left foot forward. And then lower the body, the head, so that your head is level with the seat. Imagine you're lying on the table. Then bend the left leg, press into your left foot. Raise the right leg up. Imagine you're lying on a table. And then tuck your chin in so the back neck's not jammed up. Try to maintain a straight line from the top of the head to the toes. If you're stronger, you can pull the arms forward. Virabhadrasana 3. Keep pushing the thigh and the shin back without locking the knee, Bending into your left knee again, heavy on the left foot. Step the right foot back down. And then coming back up. Take a moment, stand tall, breathe in. out. Try again on the other foot. Right hand resting in your left hand. Take the right foot forward. Hinge forward at the hips. Have a head on the line of the knee of the hip. Bend into the right leg and raise the left leg up. Try to picture what your body looks like. Make the adjustments as you need to. Always remember you're the witness, the observer. Left hip is looking down at the ground, back of the neck is long. So if you tilt your head up, your back and neck's going to be jammed up. Stay nice and long. One more breath. And then lower down. Coming back to stand upright, breathe in. Exhale. Okay, we're coming to the middle of the mat now. Raise the right knee up. Stand firmly on the left foot. Push the toe pads into the ground. And just move your left hand to the outside of the right knee. Try to turn, rotate the body so the chest is looking to the right. If you have the flexibility, slide your hand down. You can take hold of the outside edge of the shin or the edge of the foot. Extend the legs straight if you can. Push out to the base of the big toe. Then raise your right arm up, level with the shoulder. And then slowly you can start to turn your chest towards the right. Maybe even take your gaze beyond your right fingertips. Stay tall. Lift up through the heart on the inhale. Exhale. Keep pushing out through the base of the big toe. Charge the leg. Break the pose. Bring the foot back. Lower the foot down. Take a moment. Ground down through both feet. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just allow all the tension to just drain out of the body. Take a moment to picture yourself in the pose, standing tall and supreme without any effort. Then try it again on the other leg. Fix your gaze on a point in front. Maybe on the ground is always good. Something that doesn't move. And then you move into the pose. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Start to turn your chest a little bit more to the left. Those who can, slide your hand down to the shin or the edge of the foot, and then extend the leg. Keep turning your chest this side, left arm out. You keep looking forward if you like, or turn the head to look beyond the left fingertips. Inhale, come up tall and straight. Exhale, turn a little bit more. Break the pose. Try to exit the pose with as much grace as you entered. And whatever happens, be unconcerned and unjudging. Just do your best. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. So we're going to come down into a squat now. I'll do it this way so you can see. The toes pointing out and then just lower down. Bring the hands together in Anjali Mudra, prayer mudra, and then slide your hands down so the wrists are at the height of the elbows. Shoulders back. If you need to, you roll the mat under, provide cushioning for your heels or a little bit more height for the heels to sit on if your heels can't come flat on the ground. Shoulders back, back straight. From here, bring your hands down. So we're going to lift the seat just as much as you need to bring your left arm again underneath the left leg. Don't raise the seat right away. And then the right hand comes over the back. Join the hands together if you can in the finger lock. And then see if you can pull the right leg, right hip all the way up so the leg is straight. The head stays down. Make it so you're trying to wrap the back of the body around the leg. If that's not accessible, you do a modification. You can press the forearm into the right leg and then just lift up. Try to get the right hip as high as possible. And you can keep your left leg bent if you need to. Just push against the shin, the inner thigh. And extend the side body. Reaching the head out, away from the hips. One more breath. Telescope the head forward. Exhale, roll the right shoulder back. Look beyond the right shoulder. Turn the chest up a little bit. And then from here, release. Come back into your squat. Go to the other side when you're ready. Slip the right shoulder in. Lift the seat only as much as you need to. Lean forward so your body's very low until you get almost the whole arm behind the leg. Left arm goes over the back. Join the hands together. And then see if you can raise the left hip up until it's straight. Eventually the right leg as well. Modify as you need to with the forearm against the thigh, and use the left hand to just pull the left side of the seat up. Inhale, keep extending the head forward, away from the seat, get length in the side body. Exhale, take the left shoulder back. And then come back down into the squat. Press the hands together, descend the heels of the palms down. So we're going into a crow pose from here. I'll do it sideways so you can see, hopefully a little bit better. Lower your body down a little bit. So hunch down so that your knees are about the height of the shoulders. And you want to press the legs against the outsides of the arms. Bring the heels of your palms down, dig into the ground with the heels of your palms, and then transfer your weight gradually into the rest of the hands. The base of the fingers, the finger pads, and then lift up your heels, come right on your tippy toes. And maybe you just do this, you just kind of rock back and forth, just finding the shift to weight, so the shoulders are over the fingertips, keep the head high. And then come back down. If you feel comfortable doing this, when you come up next, keep squeezing your arms against the legs and vice versa, straight arms, and keep pressing the ankles against the wrists, and then see if you can lift your toes up, flick your toes up. Keep your head higher. If you bring your head down too low, you're going to do a nosedive, kind of head first into the ground. Stay strong through the wrists, and then lower back down. Take a moment here, bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, and just roll the wrists around. Keep your forearms together. Good. Shake them out. And if you can, you try this again. So just another tip, you want to, when you come forward, you don't want to come so far forward so the shoulders are way beyond the fingertips. So you want to get height instead of forward motion. Roll forward into your hands, press into the finger, base of the finger pads, the shoulders come up, the arms straighten. Push firmly down into the ground with your hands, like pushing the floor away. And then maybe you can even just lift one toe off at the time, big toes, one foot and then the other. Dance around, maybe eventually you'll feel steady to take both feet up off the ground. Lower the knees, the feet back down. Come forward so the knees come down. Big toes together, open up the knees, and allow the body to rest between the legs. Forehead down, breathe in, breathe out. Get long in the spine, pull the seat back, creep the fingers forward. Again, breathe in, stretch it out, breathe out. So allow the belly to relax. And bring your hands back towards the body. Come to seated position, seated upright position, and bring the knees in together. Sukha Gomukhasana, easy callus face pose. Raise right arm up. Bring the arm so it's right beside the head. The elbow is facing back. And use the other hand to pull the arm up a little bit higher. Bend the elbow, the arm so the elbow's up and the fingers come down the center of the back. Use the left hand to pull the elbow a little bit higher and then push it further back behind the head. Drop the shoulders. You can either stay here. If you want, you take a bind. Left arm comes down, up, down, and then up the back. And then you can lock your fingers together. Push into the back of the heart. Inhale. With each inhale, lift up. Try to get your heart as high as possible. Exhale, drop the shoulders down and just sink your weight into the heels. If you have a better sitting position that's easier for you, go ahead into it. Keep the body tall. Stay high here if you want. Some of you might want to move forward. Bow down, try to get the elbow down to the ground without lifting your seat up off the heels. Take your attention to the base of the spine and just imagine the spine growing longer and longer out of its source. Now tug on the hands a little bit if you have the bind and come all the way back up. Lower the elbow down, loosen the bind, and release completely. Just relax, drop the shoulders, move the shoulders any which way to release. And then try it on the other side. Left arm up, eye the elbow facing back, so you're innerly rotating the arm. And then just allow the hand to drop down the center of the back. Raise the elbow up a little bit higher, using the right hand to assist. Push it back behind the head. From here, you can bring the right arm down if you have the flexibility with the shoulders. Bring the hand up the back and join the hands behind the back. Push into the back of the heart. Inhale. Lift the body up. Chest rises. Exhale. Drop the shoulders down. Lower. Keep on pressing weight into the heels without allowing your whole body to drop into the hips again. Stay extended through the spine. Those of you who like, come forward. Try to bring the left elbow down onto the ground without lifting your seat up off the heels. And roll your way up. Loosen the bind, a little bit the grip, lower the left elbow down. And again, just drop your shoulders up and down a few times, release. So from here, coming into a twist, we're just going to make our way into a cross-legged position. So a few different options. Left heel just pressing against the root and the right foot against the left knee, like so. If you have a lotus, you can do this as well. So you bring your left foot in first, and then the right foot over top. If you have no problems doing lotus. Make sure both sides of the seats are grounded. Inhale, lift up tall. Raise the right arm up. Exhale, either bring it behind the back, or if you have the ability, spin to the right a little bit, take the right arm around the back, and see if you can take hold of the right foot on top of the hip. Left hand to the outside of the right knee, form a fist. Push the back of the fist against the knee. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, turn to look over the right shoulder. Make sure again the back is straight and extends with each inhale. Exhale as you turn. Keep the chest wide, the shoulders back. One more breath. Rise up taller. Exhale again. Go a little bit deeper into the twist. Then coming back to face forward, release. Come out of your lotus. if you have lotus, and just shake out your legs. Other way. So if you did a lotus the first time with the right foot, with the left foot in first, and then the right foot on top, you reverse that. So left foot comes in first this time, and the other way. Sorry, the right foot comes in first, and then the left foot. Alternatively, just bring the foot in front of the body just to heel out the root, and the left toes just pressing against the right knee. Lift the left arm up, inhale, reach, exhale, take the hand, just place it right behind the seat, down the center of the back. Right arm comes up, and then push into the left outer knee with the right back of the wrist. Inhale, lift through the chest, exhale, turn to look over your left shoulder. Keep moving according to your condition of the body. Each time you inhale, sit up taller. Push the lower back in. Prop yourself up with the left arm. Twist from the base of the spine, and then the shoulders come around as well. Under the exhale, release. Come back. Shake out the legs again. Inversions. Different options for different levels of practice. If you're feeling very uncomfortable lifting, bring your feet off the ground. Hare pose. Just bring the forehead down in front of the knees. Take hold of the ankles, and then just lift the seat up. Just like that. So your top of the head's on the ground and your seat is up. If you want to try a tripod headstand or a teddy bear, place your hands flat on the ground, the head forward. Notice where my hands are. The arms are like a right angle. You can see the hands in front of you, not beside the head. Lift up the heels, walk forward. You can either squeeze the knees on the outside of the elbows like we did in crow pose, or press underneath the knees just against the elbows and see if you can just take the pressure into your hands. You can raise one foot, maybe the other foot as well. Teddy bear. Otherwise, if you're a professional, as my teacher says, press the hands into the finger stand, press into the fingertips, bring the left leg back, and then the right foot up. Don't jump into the pose. All the movements nice and controlled. Flex your feet. Keep your legs close to the body. And then lower the toes back down if you're doing a headstand or teddy bear. Into child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out, soften. And roll your way up, find your way onto your back. Take your legs out in front. Lie on your back with your legs extended, the arms beside the body. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, imagine you're fainting. Relax completely. Just allow all the fatigue to just drain out of the body. Now flip your hands down so the palms are facing down right beside the body. Bring the legs together. Raise the legs up at 90 degrees. Keep pushing into the arms, and then see if you can lift your seat up off the mat a few inches, and then lower the seat back down. Don't drop it down heavily. Do this with precision, with mindfulness. Lift your seat up a little bit higher, lower it down, softly. It shouldn't sound like a big heavy thud. One more time, see if you can press into the arms and get most of the back up off the mat, so you're mostly on your shoulders or your top of the shoulder blades. And then come down. If you feel comfortable with that, go to shoulder stand, supported shoulder stand. Lift your seat up as much as you need to, so you can bring your hands onto your back. And then press into the back, get your legs up straight. Bring the elbows a little bit
so that they're a little bit back more, so that your elbows are behind the back. If you need to modify, you just allow the weight of the seat to sink in your hands. You don't have to come up all the way. You can bend your knees and have your feet pressing up towards the sky and your thighs parallel to the ground. Other alternatives, just sit on your hands with your legs straight up. If you're in shoulder stand, the full position, keep your legs straight, toes in the line of the chin. Now take your attention to the space between your eyebrows and settle the mind into stillness. Keep the body nice and still. Option in this pose next to go into plow pose. Bring your feet over the head so the toes come towards the ground. If your toes touch, you can bring your arms down onto the ground behind the back. If not, keep your hands on the back and keep yourself supported. If you start with your legs bent in your shoulder stand, just drop your thighs down onto your chest. Push into the back a little bit more so that your seat is over the shoulders, and just keep your legs, your shin, your thighs against the chest. Coming out of the pose now. Press the arms into the ground behind the back and then roll down bit by bit so that the back comes down vertebra by vertebra. When the seat comes down, continue to lower the legs at a constant rate, no big, heavy, fast landings. Once the feet are on the ground, just relax. Allow the feet to fall outwards. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just allow all the tension and the fatigue to drain out of the body. Now we're going to bring the arms right against the body. So the wrists, the elbows are sort of beside the hips, the fingers facing up. So the lower arms are vertical. Bring the legs together, press out to the heels, flex your toes to charge the legs, dig into the elbows and push the chest up off the ground. And then allow the head to go back. Top of the head is resting on the ground, not pressing heavily into the ground. Most of the weight's in the seat and the legs and the elbows. If you feel comfortable, you raise your legs up 12 inches. If you want to go into flying fish, you bring your arms forward in front of the legs, parallel line to the legs with your hands together. Now, Bastrika, breathe very fast like you're panting through the nose. Your legs are raised. Bring the legs down, bring your arms down. Come out of the pose. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften. Good. Press into the arms again. Swing your legs up. Maybe lift your seat up off the ground a little bit so you can get momentum to come right to seated position. That was fun. Let's do it again. A couple more times. Lift your feet, come back onto your back, and then come right back up. And then one more time. This time as you come up, try not to touch the feet to the ground. Once you're seated, come upright into boat pose. If you need to, you bend your knees. You can hold underneath the knees if you need to. If you can, you extend your arms. Or, alternative, if you have the flexibility, you can extend your legs straight up. Look over the line of the toes. Make sure your body doesn't start to hunch back. Keep your chest open and your back straight. Bastrika, breath again. Keep going with the breath. If it's too much, you just breathe normally. Lower the feet down, hands behind the back. But just allow the belly button to just sink towards the back, lower back. Roll the shoulders forward so the upper back is wide, and then press into your hands and the feet. Lift your hips up. Try not to sag them down. Stay strong, straight line from the shoulders to the knees. Try to push the chest up higher than the shoulders. Head back if you feel comfortable. And then again, Bhastrika breath. Push into the hands, bring the chin back into the chest. Push into the hands, lower the seat down. Bring the legs close to the body, breathe in. Breathe out, slowly, releasing the tension. Then just slide your feet forward. Lift your toes up off the ground. You can either hug your legs to the body and just try to, as we did in the standing version, just try to imagine you're trying to bring your chest beyond the knees. Just lengthen the spine. If you're more flexible and get your legs flat on the ground without losing the connection of the body to the legs, then go ahead. Inhale, telescope the chest forward. Exhale, pour more weight into the legs. Keep the attention at the base of the spine and visualize the spine growing longer with each breath. One more breath. Creep forward to the chest. Exhale. Melt into the legs. And coming back up. Purvottanasana if you can. You bring your hands behind the back. If you can bring your fingers to face in without it bothering your wrist, you can do this. Otherwise, turn your hands the other way. Slide the heels in a little bit. And then from here, push up the hips. Bring the toes to the ground by rolling the thighs in and pushing the chest up. If it's too much, you just come into bench pose again. Okay, and again, Bhastrika. Keep going, push the toes into the mat, find the ground with your toes. Lower the seat down. Bring the knees again close to the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. So from here, bring the left hand behind the back. From here, we're just going to roll up, sort of like into a flourish, and roll back down. And go to the other side. Push the right hand into the mat. Inhale, lift. Get the hips up nice and high. Head towards the ground, like a half bow. Upward facing bow, and then back down. Do this a few times, 3 times on each side. Lift up your hips as much as you can. Straighten the legs and the arms as much as you can. Come back. And again. Just visualize your body moving gracefully. Back down, one more time. Sweep the right arm across the body. Come up. And then push into your hand, come down. Other way. And down. From here, make your way down. Just roll onto your back again softly. Slide your heels up towards the seat. Extend the arms like a T, and then bring your legs up like an upside down table. Knees over the hips. Bounce your hips over towards the left, and then drop the knees over to the right. Adjust the position of your knees as you need to, so you can feel lots of length down the lower back. Push the the sit bones towards the front of the mat. And then extend the arms. If you notice the right front of the left shoulder popping up, keep extending the arm until the back of the shoulder flattens and the line smoothens, softens. Look beyond your left fingertips. Again, try to find length through the spine. Press into the arms, lift your knees up, and then take a moment to just bounce your hips to the right, a little bit more, lower the knees down on the left side. Knees can be close to the left arm. Extend the arms again, make sure that the back of the shoulder is not coming off the ground if you can. Press down into your hands and extend the arms as much as you can. Now actively push the sit bones towards the front end of the mat. Look beyond your right fingertips. Then return the knees to center, legs extend. Slide your arms a little bit closer, about halfway, palms facing up. And now just start the process of relaxation. Surrender all effort. Feel as though with each passing breath that just more the tension is just falling away from the body. So allow the body just melt into the ground, sinking heavily, so that any signs of strain or resistance or tightness dissipates. So make yourself fully receptive to receiving all the gifts of the practice through the act of letting go physically, mentally, emotionally. You deserve this, the benefits of the practice. Accept it with gratitude to make the practice more meaningful, and the benefits even more to a higher level. Send them out to everybody. All beings, animals as well. Feel one with all beings, for we are in fact all connected to the divine essence that resides deep within in our hearts. Prepare now to come back from Shavasana. Start to bring the awareness back to the breath, back to the body. Feel it awaken. Do so with the utmost gentleness and reverence. That reconnection with the physical form, that is a vehicle that allows you to exercise your good deeds to all beings. And prepare to come back to a seated position. Once you're there, sit tall and supreme.
remember that your true nature is love. And love has no form or no shape and is infinite. Just allow that love to prevail within and just send it out to all beings with the intention of just trying to remove all the pain and suffering. So we close with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Send the peace out as well and ingrain it within. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Be receptive to the divine grace within. This concludes our practice. Thank you so very much for coming. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Have a wonderful weekend. And remember again that there is no noon practice next Friday. We have a Maha, the great practice instead. A 3-hour-long workshop that allows you to just really embrace the whole practice. From the spiritual teachings to the meditation through yoga nidra. This is a sort of an active form of deep relaxation and even some devotional practice called kirtan. So I hope you can join us. That's 3 o'clock next Friday. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope to see you soon. Namaste.